Welcome back to part number 4 of the R6 build. This is a 2009 Yamaha R6, by the way. I don't think I ever told you what year it was, but yep, 2009 Yamaha R6 build from our friends across the pond in America. I've got a nice pre-loved throttle housing and cables, OEM, because we've got a few issues with mine, and these are those issues. Problem number 1, there's about an inch of play in my throttle. I don't know if it's the aftermarket cables. I've adjusted them, I've tried absolutely everything. This thing is like a light switch, no power, loads of power. It's, if you're going flat out, it's fine. If you're trying to commute and stuff like that, absolutely horrible, so choppy. And then big problem number 2 is these throttle housings have a, well, the clip-ons have a recess, and the throttle housing has like a little spigot inside. Well, these aftermarket clip-ons don't, and this is made of cast. So when this has been put on and tightened up, that spigot is just pushing into the clip-on, and eventually this is just broken. So I've got a broken throttle housing, loads and loads of play, so that needs to be sorted out because it just rides like an absolute pig. While we're doing this, we're also going to do the air filter and the spark plugs. Well, we're kind of going to do them, I've already done them, but the process that we're going through to do the cables is going to be the same breakdown as doing the air filter and the spark plugs along the way. So we'll just throw them in so you know, got an idea of how to do them too. So this is going to be a pain in the ass job, I know it is. So let's crack on and hopefully it goes better than I'm expecting. First things first, we will start disconnecting everything. So we've got one little connector here. I want to get that one off. We've got this one here, so you need to pull the orange bit out, squeeze in the yellow tabs, and then take that off. We've also got this hose here that needs to come off as well. So there's that one there. And I think we're free now. This one, no, this one as well. I remember. Wasn't that long ago. So now we're free. Next up, 11 screws. Start with the air filter one. And now we can remove this. And voila, there is the new BMC air filter that I've already put in this. So, come on, go. So that's literally, this is how easy it is just to change your air filter. Take it out, put the new one in, and just reverse what we did. So obviously there's a few more stages to it where you've got to take the tank off and all that sort of stuff, but my bike's already stripped. So yeah, next bit. So you look inside the air box, you've got all the throttle bodies and the velocity stacks. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6 Allen bolts inside here that we need to undo, so we can remove this. 4 down the front, 2 there, and we'll get them removed now. These are a 4mm Allen head, and these don't come out, they stay in there, so you don't need to worry about trying to get them out. Just undo them, they'll stay in there. Now we should be free. Nothing else should be left connected. Oh, do you know what? Got to take that out. 2 seconds. And now she's free. So just put all this stuff out of the way somewhere nice and clean. You don't want to get loads of shit in this. Oh. Can I bleep that out? I'll try and bleep that out. Try not to swear on here. I don't know if you should be swearing on YouTube and all that sort of, but I swear a lot, so I'm doing really well. see if I've got the editing skills to bleep that out. So on this bit here, you've got two little clips at the front, and then normally there's another little silver clip that comes through here. I'll try and get you. Yeah, so normally there's like a silver bracket that comes through here. Mine doesn't have that. It's obviously gone missing at some point in the bike's life. So yeah, normally you'll pop up that little black thing here, whatever you call it, little black clip, and then you can slide out your little silver bracket, but we don't have it, so we don't need to do it. We just leave that in there if it wants to go back in. Fidgety, come on, girl. She is out. So we'll just go over changing the plugs while we're here. So you've got all 4 banks here. Let me get the tools that I use just to give you an idea of the easiest way to do it. It's quite tight in there, so really the tools you're using need to be minimised in size as much as possible. So I'll show you what I use. So first off, you want to do the 1 by 1, so you don't mess up the firing order. Just don't unplug them all. Unplug one, do that one, move along. So what I had to do was short extender, spark plug socket, or a deep socket, 16mm. I'm pretty sure that's the one I used. So 16mm for the spark plug extender. I had to drop that into the spark plug hole, get it onto the spark plug. Then I had to put a swivel on, and I always take my swivels, just gives them a bit more resistance, otherwise they flop around. And then once that was in, break the plug so that the plug would come free, take the swivel off, turn this by hand to get the plug free, and then I used magnetic torch to get the spark plug out. And this is what the spark plugs look like. They were pretty rough, so well worth changing, probably never been changed. And once the plug goes back in, drop the plug in, tighten it up by hand with this, put the swivel back on, and then tighten it up, put the spark plug cap back in, move on to the next one. So that's the process that I did. So now we're on to actually doing the throttle. First thing, I have to move the bar end. I just loosened it off, so it wasn't that loose. Bar end's off. Change the size. That one was a 5mm, doesn't really matter, all bar ends are different. Break the throttle free, as you can see. I'll remove this one completely and you'll see where my throttle housing is broken. So, where's the spigot? Oh, the spigot's on the other side. So yeah, there you go. No good. So what we want to do is take all the slack out of the cable and then undo the cables from this side first. That's going to give us the most amount of play in the cables to be able to get them off the throttle body. This side's going to be so much harder to take off than this side. So if we start by removing all the slack, or sorry, all the tension out of this and slacking it off, that's going to make it a lot easier to remove those cables there. So that's what I'll do next. And also, what you need to remember is the bottom cable on the throttle body is the pull cable. So you want to make sure that they go back on the same way, because there is a way that these cables go on. Pull one goes on the bottom. Right, back to taking this tension out. This is 2 8mm spanners that you want here. just break that free. So now we're on to the throttle body. So this one's going to be easy. The top one should be quite simple. So loads of slack, so that came out no problem. And then we need to, what one's that? That's a 10mm. Loosen off the nut at the back. So that's that one free, which was a pain. So now, where's the other cable? Just push all the slack out of that. Now we're going to try and get this out. Ooh. She's free. I can't imagine it ain't gonna be as easy getting it back in. But she's, oh, now I've got to get that one out. Right, now we've got to undo the nut underneath it. And then we're free. Now we are free. So I'm hoping that either the cables on these aftermarket ones are just longer than OEM, or they've been stretched or something, because there was just so much play in these. So now to put in the new cables. So on the cables we've got an adjuster on one at the top here, and I don't know if they're all like this, but one nut's black, one nut's silver. This black one wants to go on the lower, be fitted on the lower. The silver one wants to be fitted on the top. This one with the adjuster is the pull, and this one is the push, I believe. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how they go. So now let's fit them back up. See how hard this is going to be. So I've connected it back up there, tightened the nuts back up, it's all in, pushed all the slack out of the line. So we've got it all up this end. And then we're just going to use the pick to grab the cable. We need to make sure that it fits in there correctly, because it runs in a little groove in this wheel here. In the throttle body there's a little groove for each cable, so we've got to make sure it goes into that groove as well. We're in. Jeez man, jeez Louise, now I've got to make sure that seat's in that groove. But okay, that's lined up with the groove. Now if I pull this cable, oh you beauty. It took 4 minutes, which is a long time when you're fidgeting about. So now we'll do the top one, which should be easy. Now they're both in, we'll just tighten them up. That's them done and tightened up, and now we can move on to going back to the throttle. So when I was talking about that little spigot, you can see it, it's there. Doesn't look like much, but when that's clamped over this and done up tight, this is only cast. Cast breaks super easy. You put cast under tension, slight bump or bang, and I mean this ain't much to it. So that's why the other one broke. So now what I'm going to have to do is line this up on here where it's going to sit. I'll mark it, and then I'll have to drill it out so then the spigot can sit in the recess, and then hopefully I don't have this problem again. So I'm going to do that now. Just simply going to put this, eye it up, mark it with a pen, get a drill bit. It's probably 3mm, 4mm, and I'll just put the hole in, and then I'll be able to fit it up. Now that I've got my mark on there, I can move this over, so it's out of the way. Oh, so you have to do it with that one. And then we'll take the drill punch and we're going to punch the hole, the pilot there. Yeah, round tubing's not a fan of being drilled, so that should keep us where we want to be. Drill time. 4mm drill bit. Do you know what? Rookie error. I'm going to cover up the throttle bodies because I do not want any metal shavings in there at all. So we'll cover those up and then we'll do it. Now let's see if that spigot fits in there. Perfect. 4mm, that's the size. So now I can put all the throttle back together. So adjuster this side and the one without adjuster this side. So pull and push, and then all this stuff just sits in. It's all got guides and that, so it actually goes in really nice and easy for you. Make sure the cables sit in the grooves. Like so. Oh yes. Yeah, no playing that now. That is what we wanted. Oh, I made a rookie error there, and I should have done it on the tube. It'll be on the tube just in a second. Oh, yeah. So we're back on the clip on. Spigot is in its recess. It sits on there lovely now. So we shouldn't have a problem with it breaking again. Let's give this a tighten up. Go mental. Well, that has gone absolutely amazing. Look at that. There's no free playing that at all. If anything, I'll probably have to adjust it. Might be revving a little high maybe. That's not an issue though. I can put it all back together and then it can just be adjusted here. There's a little adjuster there. That is going to be like absolutely night and day because it was just so choppy. It rode like an absolute pig, and now that is bang on. So throttle housing fixed. That's not going anywhere. Shouldn't break anytime soon. New grips, new bar ends. Beautiful. So that would have been your spark plugs done, your throttle replacement, and then your air filter as well. So let's get it all back together. So first off, going to get this little piece here. Like I said, mine doesn't have the... Oh, do you know what else I missed out as well? Another thing that my bike doesn't have. So normally there's like a little breather pipe here. Mine's had a smog delete, so it's got these silver caps on top of the cylinder head, and they usually have a pipe on them. Mine's got a smog delete, so it doesn't have them. So you'll probably notice that when you oh, it's going to be a bit late in the video to tell you this now, but anyways, when you try and pull your airbox off, it's going to have a pipe attached to it. That's what it is. I completely forgot about it, but anyways, sorry about that. when you're putting it back together, you've got to put that pipe back on as well, so remember that. So anyways, onto this. Silver thing's missing. You would fit this back into place with your two little clips here down the bottom, and then you could put your silver thing, your little silver bracket will slide back across there. You take that plastic pin out, slide it across, pin it back down. Mine doesn't have that, so I don't need to do it. Okay, next up, so these are the one with the 6 Allen screws in, or Allen bolts. So you just want to line those up. The easiest way to do it is just to line up the holes, and it should seat just like so. And then we're going to take our 4mm Allen, and you want to do these like you do your well, like anything really, anything that's got a flat face with a few different bolts. You want to do a crisscross pattern, so you don't want to tighten it all down on one side. You just want to move round from corner to corner, slowly tightening them, switching over, and then that way it's going to seat flat to the surface. You don't want to tighten one side down and then try and tighten the other. You're going to put unnecessary tension on one side. Yep, so just take your time and just go around and slowly keep doing your little crisscross pattern until it seats nice and flat. Now to put the air filter in, so you want to, so that you've got like a clip here and a clip here and then like a single clip there. So you want to seat it, make sure that it seats flat with this, and then it should just push in. Now it's going to sit off there a little bit, but once you put the airbox lid on and you screw it all down and you screw this one in, that's going to hold it in place. So don't get too caught up on it being like, oh, why is there a gap there? That's fine. Once it's all screwed down, you'll be good to go. So let's get the lid on. Lid up next. Let's get it all in place. Same crisscross pattern. Get your screws in, tighten them up in a crisscross pattern, get it all pulled down nicely together. So now everything's back together, we can put everything back on, all the connectors and that. There you go. She's on. So we got, I'll just do the hose first. Let's get that hose back on. Yep. And then this connector. Done. Not that one, that's for the fuel pump. This one here. There we go, that's all buttoned up. Connector's all back on. All the lines are back on. Everything's tightened down. So that's that done. So that's everything buttoned up. We're all finished for this video. So yeah, that's how you're going to do your spark plug replacement, your air filter replacement, and your throttle replacement as well. So that's gone really well. That's two videos gone smoothly. So like in the last, you know, part 3 and part 4 have gone good. So let's hope we keep up with how they're going. Obviously my bike's got those 2 parts missing from it, so I've missed those out of the video. That silver bracket and obviously the hose, because mine's got smog delete. So sorry about that, but I knew about them, but obviously I forget about them because I don't have them. So other than that, I think the video's gone good. Hopefully there's enough details in there for you to be able to do that with no problems. And yeah, this was a job that I was putting off and it was going well. So if you like the video, give us a like, and if you want to just keep following the progress of the build, then give us a subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.